Hi everybody, it's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. I I wanted to play a little bit. Last night I played with my friend Lana's, thing she showed me with the glue on the paper that I showed you yesterday or in my last video. And I just want to show you some of the things I did with it. I don't have any dingle dangles on this yet, but I had a little strip of the paper left over, so I just put some fabric on it and made this tiny little mini book. It's just two little signatures of like 6 or 7 pages. So I thought that was fun. I thought it'd be fun to go in and make tiny little pockets for it and little bitty tags. So I'm kind of excited to play with that. I also started one last night with some slow stitching, on the outside cover. Not a piece of paper, but just cloth and slow stitching. So I'll show you that one when I get it done, probably tonight. And then with some of the papers, I made pockets and some of the little frames, that I had. I showed you one piece of pink paper that I had done, and I went ahead and cut it out into frames and made little pockets, that you could stick a picture in, or anyway, they're just pockets for pages. And look, does anybody know what could be happening? Of course, I'm going through cardstock and paper. That could be my first clue with the sewing machine, right? And I also have 2 different sizes of thread. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but my back of my pockets is kind of being wonky. Anyway, I just wanted to run through these and show you. I have a tag in this one. This is the tag we made together yesterday. And those are a couple of pockets. And this is a tag that I made. I thought it had an Asian-y feel, so I put some China writing on the back. And this one's going to be a pocket. All I have to do is zip down on a piece of paper. This one's going to be a pocket. All I have on my sewing machine right now is my freehand foot, and I didn't want to take it apart. These are all of the these are the insides of the slides. Aren't they so precious? And I inked them. And these are the little square, and my friend Arlene said they do make a punch for these slide sizes, so I'll be looking that up. And a couple frames, so that'll be fun to use. And just some tags that I made out of some of them. Here's one with a little cluster on it, some handwriting on the back. Bada bing, bada boom. That was fun. Okay, so today what I want to do is I want to work in my Arlene journal that she made out of vacuum sweeper bags. Oh, looky, there's a vacuum sweeper bag right there. And she cut it and turned this into a pocket. And what do we have here, Arlene? Oh, here's a pocket going up this way, and then a pocket here, because I used my painty paper to actually hook this together. It was not together, so it was kind of spreading out, so I wanted to hook it. No, what I did was I had an extra signature I wanted to add to it, so I hooked it on right there. That's what I did. Anyway, so there's like 3 pockets right here. I'll have to get something to fill it up. I have stuck a few things in here that I want to add, so I thought I would find those and we could just do that together. This was my favorite hanky, and I just used it till it rotted. So anyway, I miss it. I'll always have it with me. That's what I will. What do I have here? Something I must be wanting to add, but I don't know what that is, so I'm going to leave it. Let's see what we can find. Okay, here. This I want to go in here, but it's kind of large. And I found this. What you doing down there, Cooper? What are you doing down there? I found this page that I had covered with a napkin, and I just thought I would just glue it in like that, just sandwich it over, because I'm not wanting to add too much bulk, because this thing is so chubby now that I'm trying to just do things as flat as I can. So I want to just simply add that, and then I'll put that. You know what? Let's do this. Let's add the picture first and then put it in there. That would be easier. I think what I would like to do is get it as, I like this trim, so I would like to get it as small as I can down here, but I don't want to cut off any of the picture, because the picture is what I think is fun. I don't want to cut off any of the tree. There we go. Those of you who know me know I am a nature girl. I think instead of regular glue, I probably ought to Mod Podge that. I had my Mod Podge over on the table because I was Mod Podging some coffee dyed papers, calendar pages onto the back of a very brittle roll of vintage wallpaper. So that's what I was doing yesterday, late yesterday afternoon, after my nap. I took a nap and then I came back out. I hate, I hate to waste. I hate to just get up and go take a nap, because I have to come out here early and start up this darn window unit air conditioner to keep it comfortable in here so I can work. So once I have blown money to run an air conditioner, I hate to go back in when it's night. Well, I can't say nice and cool, because the darn thing doesn't even do very well out here. I got one that said 500. This air conditioner will take care of a 500 square foot room, which makes it 20 by 25. 20 by 20 room, I think it said. My garage is 20 by 25. 5 extra feet is all I'm asking it to do, and it just does not do a great job. So today it's a little cloudy and overcast, so I'm hoping that maybe it will do a little better. That's boring, isn't it? Extremely boring. I'm going to push pause because I would like this stamp right here. Maybe I could go up and down, but I'm going to have to find it. Although I like this one too. I'm going to do this one and that other one if I can find it. Oh, you guys, sometimes this is just crazy to get these off. I can't imagine an elderly person that may enjoy doing this. Cooper, I'm sorry, but you're just under my feet all the time, baby. That has a hard time even getting those off. Maybe it's just because it's so old. I don't even know. It may be. Well, you know what? I don't feel like that is sticking. The ink, well, it is. It just doesn't appear. Okay, there's one. And then I'm going to look for that other stamp real quick. No go. I couldn't find it. So this is kind of a modern picture to me, so I'm going to put this, what I think looks like a modern stamp. I don't want it to get on my little trim down there. What the heck? Okay, so this is not on there according to the picture, but whatever. It is what it is, and that's what it is. Okay, now, isn't this terrible? I have been wanting to put some Smash stuff. Arlene gave me these little bits, and I put them in my Smash book that she also gave me. Thank you, Arlene. And I keep wanting to put stuff in it. You get some color and stuff going on. Okay, now, and then what I will do is I will take those pages and stuff out of that book when it's full and nice and, you know, colorful like I want it, and I'll tear it out and use it in my art journals. And that's what I do with this background paper too. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with that. I'm sure of it. Okay, let's see here. I want to use my Stabilo. And it is blue or green. Well, we just go with the flow, don't we? That's what color it's going to be. So I was a little upset today, well, and last night, because that's when I watched the YouTube video. I found this new lady, this little gal. She's like homestead living stuff on YouTube, and I was watching her last night. She was talking about drying herbs, and she taught me something that I have completely been doing wrong. I've been gathering herbs and stuff out of my yard. I don't know if I've talked to you about it, but I eat the weeds. I always have. Some of my customers used to say, Amy, I think you eat as many weeds as you pick in my yard. And I probably did. Do I go over the top of that? I don't know. Will that mess that up? Let's try it. It's my journal, and it's for experimentation. Anyway, I've been learning about the weeds and stuff in my yard, and how actually just about every edible weed in your yard is an anti-inflammatory, and I am full of inflammation. So I've been taking the ones that have the most anti-inflammatory properties, which is dandelion, plantain, and lamb's quarters. And I've been putting those in my smoothie, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, Cooper. My smoothie. I'm sorry. I just made a mess. Let me stop. Okay, poor Cooper's laying right at my feet, and I dropped all my little strips all over him. Jumps up like, what the heck? Anyway, I've been reading, so I have been saving up for winter, so I've been picking some of those dandelions and stuff, and I've been drying them. And then I thought, well, shoot, I might as well be making my own teas. So I've been cutting my mint, my oregano, my basil, things like that that are growing in my herb garden, and dehydrating them so that I will have stuff for teas in the winter. Right now I'm picking them fresh and running them through my Vitamix for smoothies, but in the winter, you know, I won't have it fresh, so I've been drying it. Well, I've been drying them, and I have been sticking them in a jar, and I've been taking my pestle from my mortar and pestle, and I've been cramming them in the jar, breaking them up into like, you know, like tea leaves, how you get them, breaking them up so I can just scoop it up into my tea ball. Well, she lets me know in a video last night that you don't want to break them up. You want to dry them whole, and then you want to just pick the leaves off the stem and put them in a jar to save them. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Well, she says, because of the oils that are in the leaves, once you crush the leaf, it releases the oils. And I wondered, I had some oregano from last year and it didn't smell at all. Well, I had crushed the leaves, and I'm sure I released all those oils. Did just classically what she said you shouldn't do. And I have a huge quart jar. Not, maybe it's bigger than a quart. It's the tall jars full of oregano, chocolate mint, regular mint, lemon balm, all that stuff I have dried and crushed and filled those jars up with. Ta-da! So now I feel like I'm back to square one. I've got my dehydrator going again, and I've got mint, 3 kinds of mint going today the proper way, and I will start all over again. Kind of bummed me because of all that hard work I've put into it, and now I learned that I did it wrong. I'm tempted to keep them. I don't know why. Just because surely there's something in them. I don't want to just waste my mint and throw them away. I'm tempted to keep them and just add, you know, go on and add whole leaf. I just have not researched enough, I guess. I guess I've mainly been interested in making the tinctures. You know, I take stuff that like mullein, things that are good for congestion if you get a cold. I've been cutting, now that you do want to cut up because you do want to release the oils. You put it in a jar, and then you cover all that with 100 proof vodka. Hey! 100 proof vodka. I think there's a mouse in here because my wiener dog has just been at this one spot in my art room, and now all of a sudden she looks like she's honed in on the enemy and she barks. So I think I may have a mouse. But anyway, I've been making the tinctures, and that will be fine. I'll continue on with that, but I will do my drying differently. Totally. It's all a learning experience, right? So that's what I figure. I'm just learning. I just figure one day, if poop hit the fan, we might need some home remedies. And I will have my own. You know, if something happened, God forbid, that some crazy country decided to do a cyber attack on us and shut our grid down, what a smart way to do it. Well, and also they said on the news that just about all of our drugs come from are made and sent to us from China. So, I mean, all we have to do is make them mad, and wouldn't that be a great way for them to hurt us, was to stop our pharmaceuticals, you know? Shoot, they could kill multitudes doing that just by not sending them over to us. So I just think it's a good idea to be able to be educated and know what's in our own backyard that could possibly help us if, God forbid, something like that were to happen. And these tinctures last forever. You can put something in vodka and it'll last forever. So it's not like it has an expiration date on it. So I can have it forever. And if nothing happens, well, fine. I've had a fun hobby. I've learned something. And I have some home remedies made up. Isn't that cute? Cute, cute, cute. There we go. And you know what? Sometime I'll just go back through these with my little box of words, and I'll just look through and see if a word matches a picture, and I'll slap it on. You're never done. Who told me that? Somebody told me that on YouTube. You're never done. I think it was Shannon Green. There's no rules. You know, you can go back through this and add to for years if you wish. Gonna have to dry it before we can turn the page. See, as I'm drying, I'm seeing, you know, it'd be cool to add a little tab. Add a tab to this one. I love seeing these tabs hanging out, or ruffled down the side, or, you know, something like that. You can go back. Well, the other day I went back and added some washi tape to something you and I did. I thought, well, you know what, it'd be cute to have some washi tape on there. So I got my washi tape out. And oh yeah, both dogs are looking now, man. They're thinking they're gonna find something. So anyway, you're never done. Okay, let's continue on. I made this cute little card. It was a cabinet card, and I took the old picture out of it and put a magazine picture in and did some doodling on it. And now, you know, I'm wanting to add it to the book, but I told you I don't want to make bulk in. So, go figure. That's how I roll. So we are going to add it and make some bulk in our already chubby journal. And I'm just going to add it in with some masking tape. And this masking tape has about gotten the best of me. I cannot get the whole thing to tear for nothing. I think it's getting old. So all I'm getting is pieces, which is exactly what I like anyway, but I want to control my pieces. Okay, so we just added that. Let's see here. Let's add some washi tape to this side. I like to put glue on it, because you know washi tape does not stick very long. So I always glue it. I have no idea what I'm going to have for supper tonight. I'm getting to where I just hate dread trying to figure out supper. Okay. Onward and upward. I've stuck pictures in here, so I'm just going till I see the picture. See, here's one. I had some trout pictures and these little cards I found that I thought would go good with them, talking about trout, different kinds. And so I thought I would hook them together and use these as a card and put this on here. I like the way his little tail stuck off for a tab. And I thought maybe I'd have some, ooh, that's pretty. I think what I'm going to do is just glue this across the top. Probably should have sewed it. Might still have to. Yeah. I'm gonna sew it. I'll be right back. Okay. I sewed it with my Ooh Goopy Goopy stitches. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put some glue over it. And maybe that'll glue them down. And I won't have to worry about them coming off. Maybe. Maybe I won't. They just want to pop up. They don't want to lay down. There. I'll let that dry while I'm working on my fish. Now, since this is going to be my little tab hanging off, I think I'm going to put some cardstock on there to make that a little stiffer. Let's see if I can find a piece here close by. Ooh, here's some. Let's see here. Should I just put the whole thing on there? No, because that means I have to fussy cut the whole thing. I do not want to fussy cut a whole fish. Darn it. You know what? I'm just gonna spit out a name. I was gonna tell you yesterday this lady that I've been into watching right now. And I forgot to get her name last night when I watched her. I just love her. And I'm just going to guess what her name is, because I'm not sure. Where's my scissors? You guys see my scissors? I think it's Creations by Carol, or Carol's Creations. I think. But I'm just having a blast watching her. And the thing I really love is she doesn't buy anything. She really is a junk journaler. So, of course, you know, we come across images that people give us or whatever that are digis or whatever, but she doesn't go out and buy them. Like that owl I just had on there. My friend Julie gave me a sheet of birds and a sheet of mushrooms that she had run off. And hey, I'll be more than happy to use those. But I'm not going to go on and search somebody's digis. I'm sorry, I know that's rude because some people are making their living wanting to make digis or whatever, but That's just not what my thing is. Okay, so I kind of wanted to make this look like it's under the sea. So how can we do that? I spend more time looking there for stuff. Okay. Let's see if we can make some under the sea elements here. Making my own seaweed, I am. My own shells, my own underwater stuff. Okay. Good enough. Now, let's see what our little guy would look like. Here we go. I like it. So anyway, if you want to check out Creations by Carol or Carol's Creations or whatever, like last night, believe it or not, she's so enjoyable for me to watch, because I never just sit and watch somebody slow stitch. Unless, I mean, I just can't. I can't. I love to slow stitch myself, but I just can't sit and watch it. Last night I did. I sat and watched her slow stitch. She's putting together a little book that she made. She's already, one video she had already slow stitched and she was putting it together. And then another video, I just sat and watched her slow stitch. Because I think the thing I loved was she's just normal. Like, you know, she would get knots in her thread and stuff that I would do slow stitching, where I watch other people and it's so perfect that it depresses me because mine's not. So I really enjoy her. Ta-da! Look at this, you guys. We are knocking it out. I like his little tail. I've got another fish in here that I want to add on too. I found 2 trouts. One of them I had to cut in half because it's the way it was on the page. And so I'm going to put it on 2 pages when we run across it. See, some of these I just slap stuff on to make the background, and then I'll come back through and, like we are today, and add to it. You're never done. I almost put my big trout on that one, but I found another paper back here that I thought I would like better. You know, this right here would make a cute underwater flower too. Plant. This one. This is my next fish. So that means I need to put him on here again. Because he's going to be another tab. My tacky glue is really tacky. I thought we'd add some more blue to this. It might be a little dark, so I might have to lighten it up with some gesso, but just make it look like some underwater. Maybe I could add some bubbles with my stencil. Okay, get this guy out of here. And this guy is going to have some tail. So we'll add him on there. There we go. Now, I found my good scissors. They're in the house with my slow stitching. That's why I'm using children's. And the other day I made a card for my friend Terrell on here and used some green glitter and couldn't get it back in the tiny little jar, so I want to use it up on here today. I'm just going to leave his little mouth like that. I'm not going to fussy cut that mouth out. All right, let's see here. I feel like we need some blue. What if yeah, need some blue. I think this is kids blue. We'll see if it works. Just one drop. Oop. Wrong page, but we'll take it. Okay, now. Phew. I don't know what it's made out of, but it stinks. Stinky paint. Let's see if I can find my bubbles real quick right here. I can't, nothing's real quick. Okay, now, boy, I close in on myself quick, you know what? I really do. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going to be doing a lot of bubbles. Can you guys see? Is your vision as bad as mine is? I've kind of got it, it's so chubby I can't hardly hold it open flat enough to daub my dabber. Well, I guess it wasn't too much after all. Okay. Now, let's just ink around the edges and ink around the edges with what? Let's see what the green looks like. Might not work. I think it's going to match the green that's on there too much. Adding a little texture anyway, just to add some green just for another layer, but I'll do something darker. Nope. No, there's. Am I still in vision for y'all? Okay, now okay. Now it's time to add our fish. I feel like he's kind of getting lost in there. What do I need? What are you screaming at me? I can't hear you. What if I add some of this behind him with his little, with the edges? No. I'm gonna go ahead and see what it would look like with the edges. Let's just see. Just for grins and giggles, we can always use this piece for something else if it doesn't work. I'm gonna go for it because you know what? Sometimes I do something and then I'm not really excited about it, and then later on when I'm just looking back through my book, because I like to look at them, every once in a while I'll just sit and look at a different one, then I like them later. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I'll find a sentiment or something later, I'm sure. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I didn't get that upside down, but I guess there's no way I could, is there? Okay. If I knew how to fast forward, I wouldn't make you watch me do all this, but I don't. So here we are tearing paper together. Where's Grandma Z been? Has anybody seen her lately? I haven't seen her in a while. Are you out there, girl? Hope everything's okay with you. It's summer, and I know she has grand young'uns too, so she may be busy with them. I need to go check out her videos and see if she's done any lately. Okay, now we gotta just get our, I just stinking put glue on that whole thing. Not a good idea. So hanging off. Pull it down a bit. There we go. How far out can I come on this gluing his nose? About that piece of, this is actually made, this picture was made out of herbs. About where that green piece of parsley or whatever it is. It was a food picture, a fish made out of herbs. I thought it was pretty, so I tore it out. I don't know. I like food pictures. There's some beautiful photos of like fresh eggplant and just the way they take their pictures of them, or a bowl of strawberries, or it's just beautiful, the colors, and God had a great palette. Has, not had. There we go, you guys. I'm happy with it just like that. And I'll find a sentiment and I'll let that dry where I went out. And I've got a couple little tabs hanging off. I like it, I like it. Okay, what do you think? That's it. Just simply Simple, just putting stuff on a paper. 50 minutes, you guys. I'm so sorry. I've never sat and played that long with you guys. I'm sorry. Quickly. God bless you all. Bye-bye from Birdie.